We are go for liftoff in T-minus 30. Roger that, Houston. All systems 5 by 5.
Ready for liftoff? 10,
9,
8,
7,
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, liftoff!
we're bounce patrol, astronauts, we travel the galaxy, flying through outer space.
Hi everyone, welcome to another video of Planet Art. Now today we are going to make a beautiful bunny picture because obviously not long till Easter now, is it? So I thought we could make a really nice bunny picture. Would you like that? Be great, wouldn't it? You could use it as a card maybe for someone, or just hang it up around the house to make the house look nice for Easter. So let's get all our stuff. Now, what do we need? We need our brushes. I'm sure you've got it already set up at home. So we've got brushes and water, obviously, to rinse your brushes. And I've got my pastels, but you could also use wax crayons or coloured pencils. So I've got my my pastels here. But I like pastels because you can smudge them, can't you? So that's quite nice. And obviously the watercolours, they're very important. And also, I wonder if you've got a ruler, that would be great, and a pencil. That'd be really good. And I've got some felt tips as well. And what else? Oh yeah, my old cloth to dab your brush when you've painted. So you've got all those things. Just wait, just in case something is missing. And then give me 2 thumbs up. And then we can get going. Yes. So now here's my A3 of white paper. You might have a different size, or you might have a piece of card, maybe the back of a cereal box or something. Doesn't matter. That's fine too. But I'm using this. So the first thing we have to do is to find the middle of our page. Now, where could the middle be? So if you move your finger along the top, see, just there. So from this sort of line, we need to find the middle. So I've got an idea to use our ruler. So I've got my ruler here. And if you look on my ruler, I've got millimeters on one side. Those are the smaller measurements. And then on the other side, I've got centimeters. And that's the one we want to use, centimeters. It actually says a little curly k and a for centimeters. Whereas the other one would be We don't want that one. We want the one with the k and the centimeters. We all got that? Brilliant. Right, let's put this. So the 0 goes here. So my piece of paper is actually 30. How much is that? 30 centimeters long. So to the middle of that, I have to have half of 30. Now that's a little bit tricky. I don't expect all of you to know that. Some of you might. What's half of 30? Let's give everybody a chance. So it's actually 15. So what we're going to do, I will find the 15, and please do this with a pencil. I'm going to do it with a blue colouring pencil just to make sure that you can all see what I'm doing. So I'm going along my ruler and I will find 15 and I'll just do a little dot there. So mine is actually on my sticky tape because your paper will be on your table, won't it? But mine is hanging up because otherwise you won't see what I'm doing. And that's not good. So there's my dot. Then what we have to do, we have to draw a line all the way down to here, to the bottom. So just take your ruler and go whoop. There's my line. So we're dividing the paper in half. There. Perfect. We all got that? Brilliant. Now the next thing we have to do, we have to find half again. Half again. So follow with your finger just to make sure from which bit we have to find half. So this. Now this is a little bit more tricky to measure. We can either guess. So I would guess the middle is sort of, it's not going to be here, is it? Or here. It's sort of here, isn't it? In the middle. But let's measure it. So quite good fun, this measuring. Again, I find the side of my ruler with the centimeters. Let's see how long this page is. So it's roughly, it doesn't have to be that even. So 30 is here, and then I'm adding another 12. Now this is getting a bit tricky now. 30 centimeters plus 12. So we probably know what 30 plus 10 is, don't we? Anybody? Yes, brilliant. 30 plus 10 equals 40, and then we just need 2 more, so it's 42. Our A3 piece of paper seems to be 42 centimeters long, so divide that in half. Now this is getting tricky. I wonder if I can do it. Who can do it? Can anybody of you do it? So 42 divided by 2, half of it, actually 21. So let's find 21 on our ruler, and here it is. And it's only, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be completely even. So we'll do what we did before, and we put a little dot on 22, and here it is. And then we just draw a line across. So remember, you're doing this with a pencil because we don't really want to see this cross in our picture later. It's just to help us. And there we have it. A perfectly, actually, you can't see this one. I'll make it a bit darker so that you can see it. Whoop! Can you see my cross? Everybody go over the cross on your piece of paper. Brilliant. And this is where the fun starts. So find your Sharpie or another black pen that you might have, and then let's get going. So the very first thing to do is the lovely sort of rainbow mountain that the bunny is standing on. So can we all do this shape, like a rainbow shape? Maybe do it with your fingers first. Perfect. And now let's draw it onto our page. Right, so I'm starting here and I'm going, so you can see your line, and this is why the line is there to help you. So put your hand down, and I'm just going up to my thumb with my little mountain. Woo! It's a little bit like a rainbow, and there it is. Perfect. Let's just wait for everybody to get this far. There. Now the next thing we do, we're going to start drawing our bunny's body. So the first thing is we just have to make a line, whoop, all the way up here, just a little bit over this line. So maybe watch me, watch what I do, and I'm not going straight up. I'm going a bit like this. It's almost like a pretend triangle. So if you take your finger and pretend you're doing a triangle all the way over the line, and then you're touching this line, and then you come down again, except we don't do a proper triangle, just the beginning of it. So watch me. I'm starting here, and I'm going up, 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 and I'm crossing the line, and I'm stopping. Can you see that? Up, 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 and then I'm stopping. And with my finger, Peter Pointer, I will finish the triangle, but I'm not doing it, am I? I'm not doing my triangle with the black pen. I just go up here and then come down. So I roughly know, do a little dot, roughly know where I have to start and then draw my line down to make the body. Whoop! There, can you see that? Brilliant. Can you all do that, please? So you line up, cross that line, and now you get to realize why we've got this cross, don't you? It's to help us. This is really helping us where to draw with our Sharpie. We've got that, and then the next thing the bunny needs is the head. And again, this is where we can use our hands to show us how big it needs to be. So I'm going to put my hand here and just there, and just do a little dot in the middle of the line so I know how big my circle for the head needs to be. So can you do the same? Put your hand flat on the table with your tummy thumb touching the top of these two lines of the bunny's body. And then at the top of it, just do a black dot on the line. See that? Right, I'll make it a bit bigger so you can see it there. Brilliant. Good. Now we do the circle for the bunny's head. And hopefully I can do it. Take your time. Whoop. There. And this is my bunny's head. Have you all done one as well? Brilliant. Very good. Now, what does he need next? Shall we do these? These ones. Bunny's got the most amazing ears, haven't they? They're so nice and soft and fluffy. So let's do them. You can make big ears, or you can make them even look fluffy by going like that, or make them really small, whatever you want. But I love big ears, so I'm doing big ears. And it's sort of like a loop, isn't it? It's like a little loop, almost like a slightly stretched egg. See if you can do that. Brilliant. And remember, whenever I'm drawing something or you want to catch up with me, just pause your video and take your time. Okay? And the other ear. Whoop! There. Ah, beginning to look like a bunny, isn't it? Well done, us. And then, of course, we want to do these little bits in the middle, don't we? So, again, you don't have to do that. I'll make mine quite big. Whoop. And whoop. You can do them however you like. This is the good thing. It's your artwork. It's your piece of art. And you can be as creative as you want to be. That's the best thing about Planet Art, isn't it? Great. Now, this is looking very good. What about the bunny's eyes? So you can see. Everybody does their sort of style of eyes, don't they? I always do this sort of eye, but you might do eyes completely different to me. And that's fine too. I quite like to do them like this. Whee! There. Brilliant. And I always like to do eyelashes. So mine is obviously a girl bunny having lovely eyelashes. Oh, this is coming along nicely, isn't it? I'm enjoying this. Are you? Great. Now, the nose. I like to do triangle noses. Whoop! This one's got a real triangle now. How about you? What sort of nose are you giving your bunny? Ah. And then they've got this line coming down like I've done on this one. I'll show you. Whoop, whoop. Ah, quite a friendly little bunny lady I've got. Is yours a boy or girl bunny, I wonder? There. And then it's got the whiskers. Hello again, that was the postman, would you believe it? I just had to answer the door. So, let's get back to the bunny. Now, we've got his lovely face. Oh yes, we were talking about his little freckles, weren't we? Because that's what they have. And that makes him look really nice. I'm giving mine quite a few. There. You doing that too? Maybe I'll make them a little bit bigger so you can see them better. So little circles, and actually that looks really good. What do you think? This is coming along nicely, isn't it? Well done, everybody. Now these things, I think they might be called whiskers, but I'm not sure. I call them whiskers, and I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, this is good. What is the very last thing that's missing? Look, this one's got his arms up going, hooray! Hooray for Easter! So we want to do the same, don't we? Ready? Now again, we use this line. So watch what I'm doing. I'm starting here at the top half. See, there's a little dot at the top half of the bunny. And I'm drawing the line all the way up. Whoop, I'm going over this line. And I'm doing a little fist, because he's doing like a little fist. Because he's so happy that it's Easter soon. And the same here. Whoop. Little fist pump. And down. And he's going, woohoo! Can we all do that together? Woohoo! And to the other side. Woohoo! Very good. Now, his little tummy. I always like to give bunnies a little tummy like this. So I'm just doing it. Whee! You can do it any way you want to. What do you think? I think this is coming along so nicely, isn't it? So, in my picture here, I did lots of things around my bunny to do with Easter. I did eggs, didn't I? I did eggs and flowers to decorate my picture, but you can do anything you want. Maybe some of you might want to turn this into a rainbow because it's sort of got the rainbow shape, hasn't it? You could do that. Or you could put lots of flowers on like I have. Or you could do maybe circles or stripes or any design you want. Hearts if you wanted to. I want to turn mine into an Easter card. So I'm going to stick with Easter things. So I'm going to probably do... Actually, I do quite like the idea of a rainbow. So I might actually do a rainbow here and then put lots of Easter things around it. But you can do whatever you like, and I can't wait to see your designs. So make sure you ask your grown-up to send them into Planet Art, please, and then we'll display them on our website. Look at that. That's my rainbow, and then I might actually do a couple of hearts because I love Easter. So I'm going to put one heart here and one heart here and probably some Easter eggs. Are you drawing some Easter eggs too, anybody? Are you looking forward to Easter, everybody? What's your favourite about Easter? There's so much to like about Easter. Normally the weather gets a bit better, doesn't it? And it's family time. We get to see our family. And of course there's an Easter egg hunt, which is probably my favourite thing. And what else is nice? Some people eat hot cross buns for Easter, don't they? I like the smell of them, but funny enough, I don't really like eating them. Do you? But they smell beautiful, don't they? Look, there's my Easter egg. I tried to decorate it a little bit. And this one I'm going to do with swirly whirlies. Whee! Whee! That's it. Very good. Did you know that bunnies are very, very sociable? That means they have a lot of friends and they love spending time with family and friends. And isn't that lovely? Because it's coming up to Easter and that's a lovely family time, isn't it? I really like to think that bunnies really like to be sociable and hang out with their family and friends. It's nice, isn't it? Right, here's our pictures coming along nicely. I might do... Could we do in the sky? I'm going to do another... Actually, I just had an idea. I might give my bunny girl a bow. So I'm just doing a little circle here. And then just sort of a bow shape at this side. And a bow shape at this side. Yeah, you can see she's a girl. And I might do... You could do butterflies too. I might actually do a butterfly. Let's do a butterfly. So as you can see, we can draw whatever we want, and then we'll come to colouring it in. So here's my butterfly. Whoop. A symmetrical one, of course, which means it has the same pattern on each of its wings. There. Now, I think this is lovely. So I'm going to stop with my black pen now. And the next thing I'm going to do is get my pastels out. Now you might have colouring pencils or wax crayons, and that's brilliant too. Or you might have pastels as well. I haven't used mine for a while, so I fancied using them today. And here they are. Starting with red, so I'm just colouring a bit of this in, but then we go over it with paint later, and then it really looks good. It will really pop out. Paint will make these colours pop out. I'm just doing it roughly because, like I said, we still go over it with paint. So just like this. And the nice thing about pastels is you can smudge them with your fingers, can't you? See that? Blending. We're blending it in nicely. There. See that? So I wonder what you're using. Wonder if most of you are using pastels too, or maybe colouring pencils or wax crayons. Wax crayons work really well because if we then use paint over the wax crayons, that's a nice effect because the paint will sort of peel off, but in all the little bits where we haven't gone with our wax crayons, the paint will stay, and that's a really amazing look. Doing orange next. There we are. Again, I'm blending it in. Blend, blend. There. And also I'm using some felt tips as well. So this heart I think would look really good in felt tips. I'm colouring that in felt tip. And this is why the black lines are good, because they're helping us, because the pen is a little bit thicker than pencil or something like this. They help us to stay in the line to make the picture look good, don't they? What else could I do in orange? Maybe the butterflies, little circles, and maybe a few squiggles on my eggs. Is yours beginning to look nice, your picture? I'm sure it is. Because mine is, so yours must be too. Fun, isn't it? Do this one in orange. Whoop. There. Perfect. Which other colour? Of course, we have to do some pink. Use some pink because my favourite colour is pink. It doesn't mean you have to use pink, but I have to. I just love it. Look, giving my bunny lady a nice pink nose. Doing the ears. This is actually quite a good pen because this is what we call a highlighter. And if you can see the tip of it, it's really big. So I can almost do like brush strokes with it. Woo! All the way around. That's it. There. There's one. Perfect. And this is the other one. How's everybody getting along? Nicely? 2 thumbs up? Brilliant. There. Lovely. Perfect. There. Oops. And there we have it. Brilliant. Now let's use, I've also got a yellow felt tip. So I just do a few more of the squiggles in the egg. This one and this one. It really does help with the black lines actually. I just find it much easier to colour in. You can do the little circle of the bow and the butterfly. There. This is looking good. And then I use another pastel. And I think I might go for purple this time. There. Did you know that it's not even that good for bunnies to eat carrots? If they eat too many of them, it can give them a tummy ache. Be good, would it? I thought they eat carrots all the time, and they would probably like to, but because carrots are quite sweet, as we know, it can give them a little bit of an upset tummy. Probably like if we were to eat too many Easter eggs. That would never happen, would it? No, we wouldn't eat too many Easter eggs, would we? Actually, I might. Don't tell anybody. There we are. Lovely. Now, I think I'm almost ready for painting now. How about you? I'll just do one more colour on my rainbow. Turquoise I'm doing. And then I think it will be time to get my paint pot and my brushes. There. And my cloth. Make sure you have a little cloth to wipe your brushes. And as you can see, I've got 3 different sizes. Big, medium, and small to help me. Well, yes, it is quite small. So to help me with all my big spaces and my little spaces. So I'm going to start with the background. And I wonder what I'm going to do. Actually, I'll tell you what I'll quickly do first. And if you can still see your pencil lines like I can, you can rub them out if you want to. But you have to be careful because you really have to hold the paper so that it doesn't rip. Or maybe ask your adult to help you with this. See, look, I'll rub them out now. This was only to help us, wasn't it? To see where to draw. And it really did help, didn't it? It certainly helped me. There. So mine doesn't rub out very well because it's a coloured pencil. This is why I said to you, use a pencil, but still, it's better than not rubbing it out. Ooh, gosh, quite hard work this. Luckily, I had a good breakfast. Got muscles. How about you? I bet you're super strong, aren't you? There. All right, ready for some colour. Ooh. So I'm going for the background. So I'm dipping my brush into the water. And, oh, what colour might I want? I'm going to go for light green for the background. So make sure with your brush, make lots of bubbles in the paint because then you really get the colour nicely. And then I'll go whoop, all around here. See that? I'm taking quite a lot of water because I want to do what I call a water wash to make it all nice, like a nice background. There. Oops, I have to try hard with my big brush not to go too much over the lines. You're probably much better than me because yours is on the table. It's a little bit trickier when the paper's hanging up, isn't it? There. So I wonder where you're all off to for your Easter egg hunts. Maybe to a local park, or maybe you've got a garden where you can do it. I've already done one little practice run in the garden with my daughter and her little friend. Just it's good to practice, isn't it? And to see if the chocolate is up to standard, if it tastes good and everything. Whoop. Now, can you see how the colours are sort of popping out? I just think it looks so lovely. It's going to be nice, isn't it? And I'm sure yours are just as nice as mine. So go all around the bunny. Whoop. Oh, doesn't matter. I'm going over the line a bit. It doesn't matter because I've chosen a fairly light colour, the light green. And then if I go over with brown for the bunny's arms and his body, then it'll be covered because brown is darker than light green, isn't it? Whoop. And up. There. Whoop. Now in here is a bit tricky. Do you have tricky bits on your paper? Did you draw some decorations that are a little bit tricky to go around with your paintbrush? Yeah. But you know, it'll be so nice, and I bet your whole family will admire this. Whee! There. I am enjoying this. Whoops! And I hope you guys are too. Woo! Run the butterfly. There. So how's that looking? What do you think? Let me see yours. Oh, no, don't lift it up because just in case the paint runs. Hopefully I'll see photos of yours later, won't I? I think this is quite nice actually. Might just have to do a bit more here. And oh, that's a bit fiddly here with the bow. Did any of you give your bunny ladies a bow, if you did ladies, or actually there, or the boys could have a little bow tie here on their neck, couldn't they? That'd be fun too. Right, I'm rinsing my brush and I'm wiping it on my old cloth. Perfect. Ready to be used again with another colour. Now I'm now going for my medium brush to do the bunny's body. And I'm using my light brown. What about you? Your bunnies don't have to be brown, of course. I'm doing mine in brown. You could have a funky bunny. Ooh, that was the, oh gosh. Well, in this case, what I'm going to do, I'll just do the tummy a darker colour and then it'll be fine. Using a bit more water. Isn't it interesting? The more water you use, the lighter the colour actually gets. There. Arms, whoop. Whoops. Do you already know what you will do with your lovely painting? You can leave it as it is, or you really could turn it into a lovely card. All you'd have to do is stick it on some card. You could use an old box, like an old cereal box, stick it on, and then you could maybe make a nice frame around it. You could stick lollipop sticks all around it, or maybe straws, drinking straws, or you could cut a paper frame or stick lots of little tissue paper balls around it, buttons. I mean, the possibilities are endless, aren't they? There is never any right or wrong with art. That's why I love it so much. You can be you and do whatever you love. Whoops. Look at that. Now, when this dries, when my pictures dry, I might go over my bunny's eyelashes and some of the black lines again, if they've disappeared a little bit. Here's something that it looks really perfect. There. Ah, look at that. I'm very pleased with it, and I hope you're pleased with your pictures too. Lovely. Now, again, I'm going to rinse my brush in my pot. Rinse, rinse. You'd think I'd be having a cup of tea, and funny enough, the water, and if you can see, it looks a bit like a cup of tea too. Wipe it on my cloth, and then I will be having a cup of tea after this, and I can admire my work. And you can do that too. You might have a cup of water or some juice. Now, the tummy. What would be a good colour for my bunny's tummy? What colour are you using? I'm going to go for blue. Yeah. Blue tummy. Whoops. There. And then, oh, I forgot the ears. The ears are brown too, aren't they? Let's do his ears. There. Whoop. Yep. Yes, so like I said before, you can just trace over the black lines again when you've finished, because then it really makes it look very nice. But you don't have to. Now this one. Yep. There, all the way around. Whoop. There. What do you think? Coming along nicely, isn't it? So, clean my brush and wipe it, and I need the little one now. You used your little brushes yet? I'm going for red. I do like red. Then I'm going to do this heart in red. Whoops. And I might do some of his bow in red. In fact, I will do his bow in red. There. Her bow. Mine is a girl, isn't it? Wonder if any of you have any pet bunnies. When I was little, I used to have a pet bunny called David. And I loved him. There. Or I wonder if you've recently been anywhere where you might have seen some bunnies. There. And then I'll actually go over my pastel rainbow. As you see, it really makes the colours look so nice, I think. Just go over that, but you don't have to. If you just want to leave it as it is, that's fine too. There. Nice, isn't it? So all I have to do is a little bit left on some of the eggs. And what colour? Oh, and the butterfly. How are you getting on? I hope well. Using some yellow. Just because it's quite easy to do it. Because it's a light colour, so I can go a little bit over the lines and it doesn't even matter. Nobody would ever know. The butterfly's body is, what colour is it? Blue. Now I better finish off my Easter eggs. Are you doing that as well? Ooh, too much choice of colours. Look, I've got quite a few colours here. I bet you have as well. Okay, we've got dark green in here and here. Yep. And use a bit more red. Red for this egg. Just have to hold the paper a bit because, oops, I stuck it on the door and keeps popping up a bit. Oh, I also need to wipe my brush. And here we go. Right, just a few more strokes with my brush and then I'll be finished. How about you? It does take quite a while, doesn't it? But what a wonderful piece of art you will have created at the end of this. And you will have it forever to look at and feel proud. I feel really proud of mine and I hope you do too. Because it is wonderful. There. The last colour. What am I going to choose? There's a really nice orange here. I'm going to choose that. Making lots of bubbles on my paint to get a really good colour. And here we go. There. Just spotted something else that I quite like to do. And that is going over my rainbow with red paint. There. Oh, how lovely is that? That really makes the colours pop, doesn't it? Look at that. So lovely. You know, I told you bunnies live in large groups and they love being with their friends and they're so sociable. Those groups are called colonies. Colonies. There, we live with our families and they live in colonies. Right, just finishing off now, aren't we? You nearly finished? Suppose it depends how many Easter things you've drawn onto your page, doesn't it? So then it depends how much you've got to colour in with your paint. There. Just the last little blue thing. And do you know what I said about making a frame earlier? I think I might actually do that. I'd love this to be a proper Easter display. Nice big card. I stick it on some black card and then around it, or not even like any old card, any recycled card, and then around it, I will stick, I had an idea. I'm going to cut lots of lovely little card Easter eggs, stick them all around, all in different colours, and then it'll look beautiful. I wonder what you come up with. I wonder what you're going to do. Can't wait to see it. Brilliant. So this is going to dry, and I'm sure yours are drying too. So while we're waiting, while we're finishing off, we could just have a nice little Easter story to finish with, couldn't we? Because this is our last Planet Art before Easter, I think. So here we have it. Pip and Posy, The New Friend by Axel Scheffler. And look, Pip is a bunny, isn't he? So that's what I thought it'd be quite a good story for today. So let's find out. Pip and Posy were going to the beach. They unpacked their things. Don't forget to wear your sun hat, Pip, said Posy. No need for that here yet. Still cold here, isn't it? They collected shells and they dug a little hole and they paddled in the sea. After that, Posy had a nap. Just then, Pip noticed a boy next to them. I'm Zack, said the boy. Would you like to play with me? Yes, please, said Pip. Zack and Pip played with the beach ball. They did handstands. Zack was really good at it. Zack even let Pip try on his goggles and his flippers. Pip and Zack were laughing so much that they woke up Posy. Come and play with us, Posy, said Pip. But Posy didn't like Zack and Pip's games. Oh dear. Then Zack said that they should go and get ice creams. Posy said she would come too. But as they were paying their money, a bad thing happened. Wonder what that was. A seagull came and stole Zack's ice cream. Oh no! Oh dear! That's awful, isn't it? Zack was very upset indeed. Poor Zack! Ooh, ooh, ooh! He cried. And Posy had a good idea indeed. She gave Zack her last coin so he could buy himself a new ice cream. Thank you, Posy, sniffled Zack. Pip, Posy and Zack walked back along the beach with the new ice creams. What game would you like to play next, Posy, said Pip. Posy thought that they should all build a huge sandcastle, and so they did. Hooray! Ah, nice story all about friends with one bunny, and that's why it reminded me of Easter. So Easter's a time for friends too, isn't it? Friends and family. So have a lovely time, and we'll see you next time at Planet Art. And don't forget to send me your beautiful masterpieces. Well done for today, and I'll see you next time when it's time for Planet Art. Bye!
Flying through outer space is where we love to be. We float inside our rocket ship, it's zero gravity. Join us on our mission of discovery.